Since the all accept and keep filter, remove filter, all these functions, the all functions, right? And keep filter, remove filter, and you have, yeah, these functions are related to calculate function, and we will continue with these functions, and then we'll proceed with calculate table and filter and selected value. Yeah, there is a question from is it, sorry, Soumya, right? Soumya was asking this question. How can I check, in which evaluation order the DAX query is executed? So that is what explained. But our concern is there any way I can um, find out from the tool in what order the query gets executed? Okay, that is what our question. Okay, here, so previously we have seen it in the as part of calculate, right? Let me show you here. The evaluation order, we discussed about the evaluation order. Okay, I'm talking about the evaluation order. And 1 second, let me just go back here. Yeah, this is the one she's asking. One second, let me do one thing. I just go to the Power BI desktop. Yeah, and then here, okay, and her question is, yeah, let me just check, yeah, calculate with the filter measure. Okay, calculate. I think it is already, yeah, calc with filter measure. So this is the one I already created it. Okay, fine. So our question is, so is this applying the filter, based on this one or this one, right? First, which filter? Here we have two filters, two Boolean filters are there. Quantity is greater than 10 and location key is equal to Hyderabad. So I told you, if you have more than one filter, it starts from the inner filter. Okay, it starts from the inner filter and then it comes the outer one. So this is the one she wants to understand whether it is happening the same way, the way I explained. Is there any way can I, in the real world scenario, is there any way can I check the evaluation order? In the Power BI tool, can I see that? No, that is not possible. You don't have any option there. But you have something called DAX Studio. So DAX Studio, you need to install it. See, the name of the tool is DAX Studio. Okay, no space. Can you, I believe all of you can see this one here. Let me just open this tool. So DAX Studio, you can go to the Google and then type download space DAX Studio. It is an open studio, sorry, open source. You can download it and install it. And once you install it, it is absolutely free. There is no trial period and all. You can use it as long as you want it. Okay. So as of today's recording, right, they're not charging anything. DAX Studio 2.1.7.3. I don't know whether it is the latest version. You can go ahead and download the latest version also if you find it anything. Okay. Even I installed it 2 months back again because of system problem. I reinstalled it. Maybe now you will find some little advanced version than this one. But once you install this, it's pretty simple one. Click on the downloaded exe file and then keep click on next until the installation is successful. It is very, very simple, the installation process. And once you install it, go to your um, start button and here you type DAX Studio. Look here, you will find DAX Studio. Click on the DAX Studio, it will open it. Once it get opens, but before you open the DAX Studio, make sure that you open all the report files that you use it. And then what will happen is first time it will ask you whether you want to connect to which report file. So in this case, I have selected this report file. Now all the tables and measures which I created in this report file, you can see it in the DAX Studio also. You remember, so these are the things I used it. So look here, you can see day two, DAX all selected. This is the file name, report file name. So for this report file name, I connected via DAX Studio. Okay, this is the query she has. Okay, for example, if I execute this query, see in the case of DAX Studio, so whatever the query that you want to execute it, simply copy paste it, but make sure that the DAX query is wrapped by something called evaluate. Evaluate curly braces, end with the curly braces. Only then it will get executed in your DAX Studio. Okay, but in this case, if you see here, calc with filter measure. This is my measure name, but you need to remove the, simply you need to copy on the DAX query directly. Okay, you don't have to copy from here. Okay, even if you copy the entire thing, it will not work. Okay, you ignore the filter, the measure name, and select only the DAX query on the right side of the equal sign, copy it, and then you paste it here. That's all. Okay, and then you wrap this DAX query by evaluate, followed by the evaluate, the curly braces, open curly braces and closed curly braces. You need to give it, and then you select this one, and then click on run. Now it ran successfully. You can see the output here. So you need to click on the results pane here. At the bottom, you will find various panes. The results pane. If you see here, you click on the results, and this query's output, you can see it here. Okay, and also you have something called the query plan, query history. And so, for example, when you click on the server timings, how much time this DAX query takes to execute, how much time it takes to execute in the formula engine and storage engine. It gives you the breakup of everything. Okay, and also you have the query plan. When you click on the query plan, it will take some time to display the query plan at the bottom here. Okay, and now if I click on the query plan for this, it gives me the logical query plan and then the physical query plan. And then the logical query plan, if you see here, now the question is, how can I interpret the logical query here? So here you will find something called add columns. This is an operation. Okay, it adds a new column to your output table, and this is not named here, hence it gives you something like value. Okay, the add columns, all these things generated automatically, and then the next one is the calculate. So this is the operation. In this operation, it computes a value to your populated column added in the previous step. So whatever added in the previous step, the column, right, it will do this one. And then next one is sum vertipack. This is a scalar operation. This is a scalar operation. It calculates the sum of the measure. So in this case, the measure is total sales, right? So these total sales. And the next one is scan vertipack. So this operation scans the column, some sales column from the table sales W04. Okay, it is part of the calculation of total sales. Remember that, right? So total sales is a measure. In that measure, this is the DAX function that we used it. So for this column, okay, for this column, we have used this sum, right? And similarly, if you scroll down, you can see till the end, how it performs. But when you notice it something here, the quantity, in the line number 9, the quantity column, and then the constant, we have used 10, right? So the dominant one, it shows the dominant value is none and dominant value equal to 10 in this case. So sales quantity is greater than 0. The 9 and 10 step carried out first, and then it comes to the second one, location key equal to Hyderabad. Can you see that? Location key equal. So 9 and 10 first gets, that operations get executed, which is nothing but quantity is greater than 10. Next, location key equal to Hyderabad. Hope with this you are able to understand, Soumya, how, in what order it gets evaluated, they calculate function, right? So with this, you can make sure that in what order. So with this, you are able to understand the quantity is greater than 10, gets executed first. It applies this filter first, and then it applies this filter next. And finally, only the total sales gets evaluated. Okay. So to summarize the logical query plan, yeah, it gives us a process, right? Where two filters are applied to the sales fact table. The first filter, select rows where the quantity is greater than 10, and then select the second filter, selects the rows where the location is Hyderabad. So the sum of the sales from the filtered rows then calculated, and then added a new column to the output table. Okay, a new column. So in this case, the new column is your this one quantity. Sorry, the total sales. Total sales is your new column. Look here in the out. If you see here the value, it gives me this is the one. Okay. So with this, you can make out in water. This is really helpful DAX Studio. And the other advantage of DAX Studio is you don't have to go to, you don't have to click on new table. You don't have to see, for example, if you want to use a calculate table, you need to go to the modeling ribbon and click on the new table. Okay, so for which function should I use new measure, which function should I use calculated table, you don't have to worry about that. Here simply you can type, put your DAX query, and wrap that by your value, it will get executed. Okay. The other advantage is, like I said, right, how much each query takes to execute the query, and it gives you the logical query. The logical query, you can understand in what order this query get executed, and then the query plan server timings also you can see here, 47 milliseconds in total. Formula engine took much time. The storage engine takes very less time. The reason is formula engine, it takes, it accepts the request in sequential manner. Okay. Here it is not like that. It can be kind of parallel processing. Here it is not like that. In the case of formula engine, it can accept and parse the DAX query one after the other. Hence, it takes time. If you execute, if you have in your report page, if you have multiple uh, DAX, sorry, measures are there, right? So when you change the when you apply the filter using this slicer frequently, what will happen is it will receive more requests. Obviously, there will be some kind of bottleneck here, right? It will become slow because it is processing it in a sequential manner. Okay, okay.